Hey there! So, two things before we get to the actual video. Number one, can we talk about my new pajamas? I got them for free. Thing number two, can we talk about this mug and how great it is? First, it's ceramic, and then it's got this super stylistic owl on it. I don't know. My family's gotten so many great mugs. A while ago we talked about how important it is to surround yourself with people who will notice your absence and who genuinely care about you, and I still think that's really important. But another thing is to fill your life with role models or people who can inspire you in some way. The people who notice your absence are ones who motivate you to be present, but the ones who are role models motivate you to work on improving yourself. I'm going to talk about three role models I have. First role model is my old youth pastor and my youth pastor, the youth pastor archetype. Between them, they've helped me recognize my calling to be a youth pastor and helped me recognize that I'm queer and disabled not in spite of my calling, but as a part of my calling. I'm supposed to minister to all people, the specialty of adolescents, of teens, but really I can relate to and need to focus on LGBT teens and teens with chronic illnesses, not because I can't relate to other people, but because I can relate to those people, because we're in the same community, we're all in this together. And so they constantly have inspired me to love myself the way that God loves me, and not to be satisfied with how my faith currently is. Well, first of all, they don't want me just to be like, oh, I'm going to hell because I'm a gay baby. But second, they don't want me just to be like, oh, I know I'm saved, I'm good, I've got it covered, I don't ever need to talk about this stuff ever again. They push me and challenge me and also encourage me to figure out how to participate in civil discourse with people who want to deny my existence, which is a necessary, if awful, skill to have in my future profession and also on this platform. The second role model is Mary Fry from The Fry Life here on YouTube, and I've talked about her before, I'm certain, but she has cystic fibrosis, and she and her husband Peter are Christians, and they're very devout in their faith, and she just constantly drives me to walk that balance between pushing past what is comfortable while also not pushing past my body's absolute limits, because as another chronically ill person, albeit somebody who has a significantly more dangerous chronic illness, she walks that balance between working your body to keep it at its healthiest possible level while not overworking it to a point where it will be detrimental to your health. And she also just challenges me to constantly find joy in the situations I have with the lack of health, and she's such an excellent example, along with her husband Peter, of how to grow a community of believers, which is not necessarily what I want this channel to be. I want this to be a community that accepts all people, but I definitely want it to shine with the love of Christ, because I think that's the ultimate love. And then the final role model I have is Tyler Oakley, also off of YouTube, but really more recently because of his Twitter presence. Tyler is a well-established YouTuber and social media entrepreneur, and he has been very vocal recently about politics, and he is not afraid to alienate some of his viewers for the sake of pursuing what is true and what is just. And as far as I know, Tyler is not a Christian, but he exhibits such a capacity for love that it's hard not to believe on some level he is. And he does his best to talk about everybody, to be inclusive of everybody. Last Valentine's Day he made a video talking about sexual people. I think it was also about aromantics, but I'm not sure. And he just does his best to bring education and awareness to all sorts of topics, while still being his genuine, kind self. What do I want to learn from these people? Because I think it's important, A, to have role models, and B, know why specifically they're your role models and what you want to emulate. So what am I taking from all these three people? From Tyler Oakley, I want to take the ability to be a happy member of the LGBT community and not be trapped in bitterness while also still pushing for my own rights and the rights of other marginalized individuals and groups. From Mary Fry, I want to take faith in the face of chronic illness and a lack of control over my body, and just the ability to find joy in what seems like hopeless situations. And then from the youth pastor conglomerate, I want to take the job, but also I want to take the ardent dedication to learning and the willingness to engage with people who disagree with you and be willing to wrestle with not having all the answers that people want you to have. That's a bit on role models, and I think this qualifies as self-care because I think it's super important to always not only be focusing on what you can do now for yourself, but to have role models in place to help you figure out what your next steps are. Because I know for me, having a plan and a sort of roadmap makes everything so much easier. I don't know if this really counts as self-care or not, but it's my channel, it's my space, so whatever. Do you have any role models? Who are they? Let me know. I'm really curious. I hope you have a great day.